Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sunaina, and I'm doing a reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Libra with regards to your energies for the month of July 2019. Librans. Guys, y'all are really rocking. Okay, so your life is going through a lot of change. And this change is happening because this change is already an ongoing process for you. But at this moment, the change that you have been experiencing, maybe in a subtle way, maybe unconsciously, subconsciously, is rising to the surface in the month of July 2019, Librans. Okay. And that proves because your 5D card, I've got two in here, and both are action cards in here. One is calling for break the chain, and the other is calling you to play, guys. Okay, and so both are action oriented cards in the deck that I have got, and it's very rarely it happens that one zodiac sign gets two action card, which itself is a big time push from the universe towards your life, Librans, in the month of July. Now, with break the chain, guys, it's the ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And this card has come to me, I don't know, this month of July, it's strange. People are just like waking up from a state of being in coma for a good number of years. And that's what is happening to you, Librans, as well, which is calling for ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future, guys, which is a complete change of your cycle in your life. What you have been doing for so long and what you are going to be doing henceforth is what it is, guys. Okay, so you are being called to heal your family line and free yourself from living the life of your ancestors, guys. Okay, so whatever you had thought is right, you could not break away from that moral, the tradition, the ethics. Now is the time. The universe is asking you to break open that chain, to free yourself from that thought, the belief, the patterns, the old patterns. And this card could mean that you are letting go of an old pattern of your maternal or paternal family line, guys. Okay, so whatever in the past you have seen happen to your family or your parents or your siblings or your grandmother or your great grandmother, whatever your family line has carried forward, you're breaking that, you're healing trauma from the past that is not even yours, and you're observing, excuse me, you're observing old ways of being, that today is completely dead, is no longer serving you, guys. And this is coming to you because, we carry emotional trauma in our field, in ourselves, for up to 7 generations back, and you are paying back the karma of the past 7 generations, and that is what you're breaking free from it at this point in time in the month of July, guys. Okay, so this is why family patterns can be the hardest to break, because you are going back to your old karma, to your old ways, whatever the past generation has taught you, or whatever right or wrong they have done to have instilled the values in you, the ethics in you, you have realized today that is not what you deserve. You are not going to carry their past karma. You are going to reinstate your karma in the present world, guys. And that's what you're doing. Okay? Because those karmas that you had been carrying for so long was not even yours. That's the hardest part. It is something, it's like getting a dowry while you're in a marriage situation that comes from your family line, where your father is presenting you with the ancestral jewelry set or crockery set, or your grandmother is giving you the recipe book, that she has been holding on for years. So that's the pattern, that's the old pattern that you're breaking to rewrite your own recipe in the month of July, guys. So So what it is that we do not know. And this has been happening because you, Libran, Sun, Moon, Rising, you all have never known any other way of being. And you were playing out this drama for God knows how many years, the last so many years, okay? So the thing to notice when ancestral healing comes into action is that you cannot heal another person at this point in time, but your healing can cause another person to choose to heal, and you don't want to do that because you don't want to share that healing energy. So, cross watcher guys, if you are in touch with a Libran, Sun, Moon, Rising, at this point in time in the month of July, do not step into their zone because they are healing. And if you step into their zone, that energy of healing will be shared between the two of you, and that means the Librans will get a lesser amount of their healing done. So you will be taking away whatever amount from their share. So don't do that. Give them the time, give them that energy, give them the vibrations to heal, guys, okay? And when you heal, Librans, that's when you set your energy free. And you are being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want it to be. What ways of being or patterns are you ready to free yourself from? That's the question from this card in here. What part of your future do you want to rewrite now? Okay, now is the time to shake them off and dream of a new future which is calling for you, which is going to in turn change your destiny forever, Librans. So that's your higher self energy. And the next card in here is play, which is calling to have fun, celebrate, and don't be too serious, guys. Stop taking life so seriously at this moment. Your spirit needs to have some fun. So let your spirit have some fun. The more you play, the more inspiration will follow. And take some time out to do something without being attached to the outcome. If you have to go on a date, go. If you meet somebody you like, you want to have fun with that person, go and have some fun. Don't worry about the outcome of what's going to happen, whether that person is going to take this relationship, whether I'm going to take this relationship. If it's a work situation, if somebody's calling you for an interview and you're going in there, you just don't take it seriously. Just go give the interview. Don't worry if you're going to get the job or not at this point in time, okay? So you are being called to rest and play and learn to have fun. Do something that makes you laugh, and that's the best medicine around you. Laughter is the best medicine, guys. Call up a friend that you can be silly with for all you know. Just talk to them about something very silly that both of you can share and have some good time. Take your inner child on a date, open your spirit up. Take that person, that inner child that's sitting in within you. Just go do something silly, go to a water park, do anything. I mean, whatever pleases you. Want to have a change of looks, go cut your hair, redo your hairstyle, wear some funky clothes and have some fun, guys, okay? Now, the more you switch off your mind, the more room your spirit has to whisper and guide you in the right directions. Because when we do things without being attached to the outcome, ideas, clarity, guidance, and solutions have their space to drop in your soul. So the left and the right hemisphere of the brain that you have can begin to talk to each other because they have space to interact. You are not jamming it up, you're not cluttering it, you're making space. So make play a compulsory part of your life, of your daily life in the month of July 2019. Schedule it in such a way that you can take your inner child on a date with you, guys. Spend more time doing things just because you love to do them, just because they bring you the joy, guys, and light you up. If you like to paint, because you guys are creative, Librans are very creative by nature. So whatever is attracting you at this point, have fun with it. If you follow what lights you up, you will light the world without even trying hard for it, guys, okay? Because again, when you are lit up yourself, you are in your spirit And when you are in your spirit, you fall into the flow with life. It is as simple as that, okay? Now, the question is, how do you play? What do you do to have fun? What lights you up? So, my thing would be, if you have been working very hard lately, it's time to celebrate how far you have come. Look back at yourself, tell yourself, compete with yourself, guys. Today morning I was talking to a friend of mine, and this person told me that, there is competition in the world where children are being asked to compete with one another to better themselves. And this is what I told him. And I said, no, you need to compete with yourself first. If you compete with others, you won't get the result, because everybody in the world, from the universe, has their own major share of resources. So, each one of us are blessed with resources. So if I have $2, I'm going to work myself to make it $4, but I'm not going to take $10 from the other person to fill my account, with another $2 to make it 12. So I'm going to use my $2 to make it 4. And because that's the resource I have and that's the energy I have. So I'm going to compete with myself, not with the world, guys, okay? So celebrate that competitive spirit within you, guys. All that you have achieved in yourself. Don't rush on to the next thing. Take a moment to throw a party, go on a vacation, go on a drive, go on a date, have some fun with yourself, Librans, because this is the time that the universe is asking you to do exactly this. And at the same point in time, they're also asking you to set boundaries from your goddess guidance in here, telling you that love yourself enough to say no to others who demand on your time and energy, guys. So you are putting that effort in the month of July for yourself, and for you to heal, for you to recharge your batteries, for you to have fun, for you to break the chain, for you to do so much of work that you are doing internally and maybe to a large extent externally with the play card in here. Because one is an internal action, one is an external action. That's why you need to set the boundaries, Librans. Don't give time away just like that. Don't drain your energy just like that, because at this moment, you need that time and the energy for yourself, guys, because you are working towards your own justice. That's your major arcana for the whole reading. That's your bottom line. Justice, guys. So now you have realized in the month of July that this is where you need to come to the justice here, okay? And to bring back justice in your zone in the right direction, you will have to do the internal self-healing first. And at the same time, while you're healing internally, excuse me, externally, you have to heal as well. Because, your mind is healing, your body is healing, your soul needs to heal as well. So internal healing, external healing requires you to set your boundaries in place with other people who will probably come into your life to take your energy away. And don't give it, Librans. That's my guidance for this reading with you, okay? Now, having said this, beautiful. Actually, this divine message is so beautiful, Librans. I'm so fascinated with your reading because I get the bottom line of the entire story with these cards in here. And I'm like, wow, you guys are absolutely on the roll, guys. And keep that roll on, because this is the time, this is the energy, this is the month when the universe is giving you all the support systems in place to work towards this area of your life that you want to bring in as quickly as possible, ASAP, guys. Now, in your grounding energy, I'm going to start with that first. Again, you have justice in the reverse, guys. Justice in the upright here, justice in the reverse. You have the 6 of coins in here, in the upright as well. And then you have the 2 of coins in here, in the upright as well, guys. Okay, so which is clearly telling me that you're pushing your wheel towards bringing back justice in the way that you think is right for you, and the way that you want to bring back justice, truth, clarity. What is above, so is below. Everything that you are doing for yourself, because now going forward, you want an equal give and take relationship, you want an equal give and take partnership. You want to give and you want to take. It cannot be a one-way traffic anymore for you. And that's what you are pushing your wheels towards. If you see this man in here, you're trying to bring back that control, the balance, the organized part of your life in the right way, to follow your internal, external self healing, to break the patterns, to create boundaries, to play at the same point in time. And this all is happening because you now are looking for the Six of Coins or the Six of Pentacles to bring back your justice with yourself, within yourself. And if you have to share this give and take with somebody, that person will also have to equally coordinate and work with you. And that is where you're pushing your wheel forward. And the bottom of your deck is the World in the reverse, where definitely you're closing the last part of your chapter of your last life, guys. You're closing the old cycle here to begin another cycle. And that is exactly what happened in the higher self here. You're breaking the chain. You're freeing yourself from the past 7 generations of the old karmic stuff that you had been holding in your zone. And that is that karmic stuff that you are closing now. Okay? And which could be your relationship, which could be with your finance, that you had been a little bit disorganized. It could be your resources, the old patterns, the old problems, the old issues, the old mistakes, everything, the old stuff. That cycle is closing right now, guys, in the month of July 2019. And you are pushing your wheels towards your destiny, towards your future, towards your happiness, towards your own self fulfillment, prosperity, abundance, to bring back that give and take relationship with somebody. Maybe it's work wise, maybe it's romance, or it could be personal, it could be whatever, it could be psychological, emotional. But you are working towards that justice area to bring back that give and take relationship with whosoever, whatsoever in your zone, by closing the old chapter of where you had done a major mistake and you're not going to repeat that. You have finished with that old cycle, guys. You're moving towards the new cycle, the new area, and justice in reverse and justice in upright is a double confirmation for you. It's all about justice at this moment, and you're pedaling so fast, guys, that your wheels are turning so quick, and you're moving so quick in that direction because you're not going to wait anymore. You are going to work towards your higher self, your internal, external self healing. At the same time, you want to change the old cycle, close the chapter, and begin the new cycle of your destiny, guys. Okay, let me take a clarifier for your grounding energy. It's a beautiful grounding energy, Librans. Awesome, awesome, guys. Please give me a clarifier for, there you go, the 10 of Wands, guys. Okay, you're working hard for that. You are working hard. You're carrying the responsibility. You are taking the accountability towards this better future for yourself. You're putting in your effort. You're bringing, because all this is, you're doing because now you're changing everything. And change means a lot of effort, guys. You have to be responsible. You have to take responsibility to accomplish this goal in the month of July 2019. Okay, so you're taking that responsibility, you're carrying that burden to change yourself, to close the old chapter, to begin the new chapter of your life. And because of this, you're definitely wanting to accomplish this as quickly as possible, moving towards it in the, so quick that you will, by the time July ends and August begins, you will have at least established a major part of your story. closing and reopening another chapter of your life, guys. Wonderful, beautiful. In your overall self energy, guys, you have two cards in here. You have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, and then you have the Ten of Coins, which is the Ten of Pentacles, guys. Okay, so the Ten of Swords in the reverse is, again, you are doing a lot of work, as I told you, because you want to accomplish this goal as quickly as possible. But it's like whatever has happened before, this is the feeling you have internally. Whatever has happened before cannot get any worse. So it's time to put it back in the back burner, take it away from your zone, and rise up. Okay? It's only an upward rise. It's an inevitable end to the old cycle that you had been carrying in your zone, and that is what you're ending. And look why you're ending, because you want to accomplish this beautiful Ten of Coins or Ten of Pentacles. Your success story, guys. Everything that's in your zone, your legacy, your hard work, your destiny, your future, everything is what you are working towards. You're rising up from the ashes, kind of stuff. Though it's not a judgment card in here, but the Ten of Swords in the reverse is kind of a beginning, because it's a 10 that's come to an end. If you see this card in here, this guy, the swords are all upwards, and this guy is like, it's time to rise back. It's time to move away from all the difficult situations of my past karmic lessons, of my past karma, and now it's the time to close the old chapter, to accomplish the new feat of my new destiny. And how do I do that? Is with my 10 of coins that I'm working towards. My legacy, my happiness, whatever I'm going to create at this point in time is going to be with me for my future, for my parents, for my children, for my environment, for my family, for my friends, where at a certain point in time I can put my feet up and rest and see the beautiful hard work, the rewards I've got out of the hard work that I have put in throughout my entire life, Librans. Okay, that's your overall self energy, guys. You have the earth and the air in here. Okay, with your overall self energy, let's take a clarifier for the 10 of Swords in the reverse and the 10 of Coins. See, again, it's 10, 10. Oh my God, I have to tell you this. It's the 10, the ending and the beginning of another cycle in your life, guys. Ending the old, beginning the new with the 10 in here. Beautiful. Let's take a clarifier with the self energy, the overall self energy. And look, the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, guys, okay? Which is telling me that by doing this now, you are slowly going to understand that you are, you will take time. You're not going to rush into it right away, because at this point in time, you are opening and closing your chapter of all the strings that have remained attached to your past. So you don't want all that things to come back to you. You're finishing all that story. You're putting an end. But at this point in time, guys, you're doing it for yourself, because you lack the teamwork. You have a group conflict. You're not going to engage anybody in yourself at this moment, in your overall self energy, because you're too busy working for yourself at this moment to think about a group, to think about, a situation of love or relationship, or maybe in the workplace too. You're not taking other people into your group. You're working hard to establish that project, to give that business venture its push that it needs to bring your finances in place for yourself, because Pentacles is Pentacles, all about finances too. And at this point in time, with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, it clearly tells you that you don't want to share this Pentacles that you are building for yourself with anybody else. Not in the month of July, at least to start with, guys, okay? So that is your overall self energy. Now, what you are leaving behind is the Emperor in the reverse and the 10 of Wands. You've got a lot of 10, guys. Close and beginning, ending and beginnings. and the Ten of Wands in here. That's what you're leaving behind. So you're leaving behind your cold, bitter self that you had been, because that was your past karma. That was something that you have realized, that the bitterness or the coldness in your heart was not your doing as much as it was coming to you because of the past 7 generations of karmic lessons that you were going through, Librans. Okay, and in the month of in the month of July, you are letting go of that tyranny. You're letting go of that coldness, that rigidity that you had built in your zone. That was kind of a defense mechanism that you had established, which of course was giving you trouble. You were feeling burdened with that kind of an energy. You were kind of being squished under the 10 wands in here because you were in yourself, you were carrying a lot of tyranny, guys. Okay, a lot of rigidity. You were not open to options. You were not thinking about new options. You were because of the hurt and pain. It was not your doing, guys. It was because of the hurt and the pain. It's because of the sorrow, the suffering, everything that was going on in your zone at that point in time. You were kind of like in the frame of mind, do I really need that? Do I really want to do that? Do I really have to go through the suffering, through the pain, through this turmoil, through whatever has been going on in my life for a very long time? And, at this moment in the month of July, you are letting go of that tyranny, you're letting go of that old ways of thinking, that rigid ways, because you're breaking free from that ancestral pattern to give or rewrite a new future for yourself. And that is the reason why at the same point in time, guys, you are also you have that stressed out feeling. You are stressed out at this time because you're burnt out with all this rigidity and tyranny that you were holding. So now you have decided enough is enough. I'm just going to let it go. I don't want that back in my zone. I'm going to free myself and I'm going to work towards my new destination, my new destiny in a much better way, with everything in my zone that I definitely want to acquire, guys. So you're putting an end to these 2 cards in here, and 10 again in the reverse, again is suggesting you are going to start with number 0. You are going to build things for yourself, but in the right way, without being so closed about your thought, your belief, your understanding, or the system that you had created in yourself, which was very rigid. You were not like, okay, this is my rule, this is my regulation, this is how things should work. And that's what you're breaking free from, because you have finally realized that that is not how life works. Life has to be free, guys. Life has to be free of complications. Life has to be an open field where you can leap and play and have fun. At the same point, you have to clear yourself. You have to let go of the old energy. And that is what you are letting go of. And that's, of course, again, it's a little bit of stressed out stuff that you are letting go. You're like, hoops, done. Let me take a clarifier for this one in here, the Emperor in the reverse and the 10 of Wands in the reverse. You're just like putting it back in not only in the back burner, you're just burning it, guys. Okay, that's enough, that's enough, that's enough. You have told yourself, I'm going to put myself up as a new leaf, as a new person, starting from the month of July, so that the world itself will kind of like, who are you? Are you the same person I had once met before? Or are you somebody new? So please give me a clarifier for the Emperor in the reverse and the 10 of Wands in the reverse, guys. So yeah, so Librans, wonderful, beautiful beginning, beautiful stuff in the month of July. Keep working towards it. Work towards it as possibly, as hard as you can. And look what you have, the 6 of Wands in the reverse. And that is what's going to bring you your victory, guys. Okay? Because when you are clearing your space, like I explained to you, when you're clearing your space, you are letting your left and right brains, the 2 sides, let them open up, let them talk to each other, let them communicate, so you will know what your left brain is saying to your right, and your right brain is saying to your left. And that's where your joy and victory, your celebration is going to walk in as soon as you can clear that energy out of your zone ASAP, guys. Okay, that's what you are putting behind to bring your victory in, guys. And that's, it's absolutely one of the fantastic energies to work with at in the month of July. Cancer season, guys. So, you're doing that deep intuitive work. It's making you do it. The universe is making you do it. And look what you're continuing to do. You're exhausted. Nine of Wands in the reverse, you're holding on to that because you're exhausted. You're questioning your motivations. You're going through that fatigue state because, again, you're putting and you're beginning you're ending and beginning a new chapter. So you're going back and forth. You're going in your mental energy, your physical energy. You're going back and forth. That's kind of tiring, guys. Okay. It's kind of tiring, but that is what you're continuing to do in the month of July. Let's get a clarifier for the Nine of Wands in the reverse. It's taking you time in the month of July. It's going to take you time, but again, you're doing it to complete your emotional fulfillment, the Ten of Cups in the reverse, okay? So you want everything. Again, 10. Holy moly. What's going on, Libra? Really, what's going on? I've never seen this kind of reading where there are so many tens. So it's a major shift in your energy, guys. Major shift. Major shift. 10 of Cups in the reverse, which is calling you out to bring back your emotional fulfillment at this point in time because you are working, and that's why you're going back and forth because you want to see. Even though you are tired, you want to take your inner child on a date. You want to have fun. You want to fulfill your cups with all emotions, the 10 of Cups. But at this point in time, you have realized that whatever was broken, whatever was an imbalance in your life, broken communication, tension with somebody that you had lost out previously, or because of your rigidity, because of your tyranny, that person had walked out of your life, or your job you had lost, and you want that job back. It could be any situation, guys. Physical, emotional, mental, psychological, anything, romantic, even finance, guys, So you're working on every area of your life to end that old chapter, to begin that new chapter. But with the 10 of Cups, it normally talks about you knowing somebody who was there to give you the emotional fulfillment. But then because of you, yourself, guys, you had that imbalance in yourself previously, which took away the 10 of Cups from your zone, and now you're trying to bring it back. You're trying to mend the broken communication and the tension that lasted between you and the other person. It could be in your work area, it could be in your romantic area, it could be in your psychological area, emotional area, or even your financial area where there could have been an imbalance in your finances with somebody that you were kind of, being very tyrannical with, okay? So that person kind of said, okay, yours is yours, mine is mine, and that person must have really given you that cold shoulder to have walked away. So you are trying to bring everything back. It's all tense, man. It's all tense, guys. I mean, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Now look what's happening, what's entering your zone. In the month of July 2019, the Fool, the new beginning, 3 of Wands in the reverse, okay? And then you have the Faith card, which is your Hierophant. So these three people, or these three cards are entering your zone in the month of July 2019. The Fool, the new and the old, okay? The closing of the old cycle in your grounding energy to take a leap of faith in the direction you think will manifest the right stuff for you. Okay, but at this moment, guys, with the 3 of Wands in the reverse, you're not making plans right now because you are in the initial stage in the month of July. But at the same time, you definitely have your faith intact with the Hierophant here. It's a very Taurian energy, guys, where you have learned your lessons, your sacred teachings, your morals, your ethics, your traditions that, you're breaking free from. You're breaking free from in order to take that leap of faith, have your faith intact. But at this moment in July, you're not thinking big, you're not rapidly expanding, you're not moving forward right away. You're not dreaming of your distant future at this moment. You're not waiting for the ships to come into your harbor. Not right now, because there are obstacles and delays in your zone which you have to work through in order to create that new beginning in a complete right fashion. Because at this moment, you are still going through the healing process of breaking the chain open, and you're learning to walk in the right direction in building yourself back into a new leaf in the month of July 2019. Let's take a clarifier for the three cards: the Fool, the Three of Wands in the reverse, and the Faith card. So what is entering your zone, Libran, is absolutely awesome. And see, for this, if you have to do is, again, bring your emotions back, guys. The Ten of Cups in here, that's what you're fighting for. Your emotional intelligence, that's what you need to bring back. You cannot remain without emotions. The King of Cups in the reverse is all about emotions, because this king is all about emotional comfort, guys. And he talks about nothing but emotions, okay? He is full of compassion, he is full of control, he is full of balance. But when he is reversed, like you have at the moment, to overcome that coldness, the moodiness, and the bad advice that people might have given you, and will be giving you, take care to stop that bad advice, to use your emotional intelligence to work yourself of being the fool, of taking that leap of faith at the same point in time. Faith again, leap of faith, of breaking away from the old pattern, of setting the boundaries up, of calling in for justice at this point in time, guys. So if somebody comes and tells you some wrong advice that you can feel it's a wrong advice, you don't want that, guys, okay? You will have to step away from any negativity, any toxicity, any kind of bad feelings that your body might react to. And you will know instantly, you will be able to sense it, because your intuitive self is very, very proactive in the month of July, guys, okay? So you will be able to sense that. And that is the time, use your emotional intelligence, because that's what you need, not just your rational and logic that Librans normally often use. Keep that in the back burner for the time being, to open up your emotional intelligence to work in the right area, to begin the next chapter of your life in the month of July 2019, guys. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's beautiful energy, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm absolutely in awe. And that's, I think, what I'm going to kind of write in my video as as my way of telling you what it is that I see here. Absolutely in awe, guys. It's a beautiful energy. I mean, nothing can be better than that, because at this point in time, when you are working so hard, Librans, and you know that, but what you have to do as my guidance to you while you're going through these changes, ladies and gentlemen, you will have to go back and forth a little bit, which could be tiring, because the moment you go back and forth, that's when you can break open the karmic chapters of your life, the old karmic chapters, and begin the new karma, begin the new process of your own karma, guys. So go back and forth, okay? But use your emotional intelligence, don't keep that blocked. Now, your challenge in here in the month of July 2019 is this young person, Page of Wands, okay? Because you want to explore everything, you're excited, you want that freedom. That's your challenge. But at this moment, hold on to this, guys. It's going to come to you. You have a lot of ideas in yourself. You want to really put everything together, mix it, throw it in the pan, and you want to really make up that recipe quickly, ASAP. But hold your recipe, because it's coming to you. At this moment, you're clearing old karmic chapters. Clear that clear that first, okay? Then you can jump into this energy. It's going to be there for you. It's not going to be taken away from your zone where you can go forward to explore the new chapter of your life. You're excited to begin. You have that freedom in yourself, that spirit of freedom, but it's a challenge for you, to take one step at a time, to end something first, to begin something again. So hold on to this challenge area, guys. Let us take a clarifier for the page of one, because the page has a lot of, he's a young person, and he comes up with a lot of ideas, and every day, oops, there are two cards that fell down. Give me 1 second, please. And every day is like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to start this, I want to start that, I want to go for this new creative idea, this new beginning, this new things. Yes, it's good. But at this moment, hold on, guys, okay? Now look, your challenge is, again, to hold on, because you want to rush towards the Nine of Pentacles, to give that birth to yourself with everything, and the Ace of Cups, guys, to fill your cups, okay? That's your challenge, because right now you have to explore yourself first before you can bring these two cards in yourself, where you will have the money, you will have the fulfillment, you are independent, you will be able to nurture yourself, you will be able to rewrite a new chapter in your destiny, okay? But at this moment, love is going to come to you, happiness is going to come to you, money is going to come to you, because you are free to explore everything, you are excited, you are on the right path. But this is a challenge area, to keep your challenge under control at this moment, Librans. Take your time, guys. Don't rush towards it, because it's going to come back to you. But at this moment, if you rush right into this without going through other portions of your life, you might again kind of mess it up. Okay, so hold on to your horses, guys. Where would you find your support, guys? In the Four of Sword in the reverse, you have to rest. You have to take a breather. You have to let your inner child take some time off. Take him or her out on a date. Have some fun. Don't be always so pent up and tied up in your thoughts. That's going to kill you. It's a very airy energy with the sword. It's mental. Rest your mental space, guys. Declutter your mental space at this moment. Declutter it. Give it time to breathe. Let it kind of interact with one another, because you have too many things cramped up for a very long time, guys. And now in the month of July, it's time for you to declutter your mental stuff, so that you can give it space, you can give it energy to breathe and take some time off. Let's take a clarifier for the Four of Swords in here. Yes, and look, and once you declutter this, that's where you will get your divine inspiration of the Ace of Wands. Okay, to begin, how to work, how to do stuff. Your brains will start to unfold themselves naturally. Your gray cells will try to tell each other what is the exact right process of you to begin this journey that you are walking into. So take time off, guys. Give your mental clarity some space out here to begin this new Ace of Wands. Your reading is absolutely perfect to the T, guys. Okay, so this is, and my guidance to you is going to probably help you to understand where you need to stop, what you need to do, and how you need to move forward. That's my purpose of this reading in here, Librans. Or else I don't have anything to tell you, because everything is in their zone, guys. Okay, so declutter, take your time to begin this new journey, because if you are stressed out, if you have the challenge sitting in your zone, you want everything, it's good, but take one step at a time. Very, very important, guys, because at this moment, you're really doing a lot of work, and that is going to drain your energy a lot. So time to rest, guys. Time to watch a movie, eat the popcorns, do whatever you have to do, but give your mental clarity some space, okay? And my spirit's advice to you is the Queen of Coins and the Queen of Pentacles, which is be practical, guys. Libran. Be very practical. You are the creature of comfort and you will have the financial security. You don't have to worry about it. Everything is working out for you. But at this moment, work in a very practical fashion because the Queen of Pentacles is a person who is somebody who can sit quietly, but she is a person who can run the business and run her home in that same kind of with the same kind of energy. And you people, when they look at her, if they see her, they will not be able to tell you that she is so apt. She has such business acumen that she can run a business as swiftly as she controls her kids at home or she runs her kitchen. Okay? So she is that kind of a person. And now for her to be that balanced, beautiful, feminine energy, Librans, she has to be very practical as well, guys. Okay? So this is the time my spirit is telling you, be very practical at this moment. Don't do anything, out of your way that can upset your energy. So take your time, enjoy your comfort, enjoy what you have at this moment, because going forward, you will have everything, including your financial security. And even now, you are financially secure. You don't have to worry about it, guys, okay? But take one step at a time to begin the process. Let's take the clarifier for the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my, what's happening, Librans? Really, what's happening to you guys? Ace of Pentacles, look. And this is not what I'm making up. You have the Ace of Cups. You have the Ace of Wands. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Holy moly. Like, what is it? It's the close of the old chapter, the begin of the new chapter. Your new venture, your new beginning, Ace of Pentacles, where you're going to get the fruit and taste the fruit of your success story very soon. And that's what my spirit is telling you guys, that hold on your horses. Everything is coming to you. Everything is working for you. You're going to get that new opportunity to begin the new prosperity, the new venture that's coming into your zone from the month of July 2019. I've never seen this kind of a reading. Honestly, I haven't. Because beginning and end I have done for a lot of zodiac signs, because most of them are going through the same process. But you Librans rock. You'll have rocked my boat. Forget about anybody else, guys. You'll have rocked my boat. And your outcome is the Lovers. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I have to laugh. Look at this. Your outcome is the Lovers, that unity, the union, the love, romantically, personally, professionally, financially, anything. It's the Lovers, guys. And I mean, you know what? With the Lovers card, you don't need an explanation. I'm pretty sure even a child can understand what the Lovers mean. Okay, but still, it's the Lovers card, guys. You all are being blessed. In the month of July going forward, Librans, you all don't have to worry. It's all about partnership. It's all about duality. It's all about union. Either you're getting into union with somebody, or somebody is coming into your zone, or you guys are taking a relationship forward, or you guys together are taking a business venture forward. It's a partnership that you are taking in your team. It could be in your work situation where you're tying hands with somebody who can help you out with your project, with your partnership. Personally, you're learning to love. Personally, you're learning to give love, take love in your zone as well. So it's a beautiful outcome. That's justice again, guys. That's what you're running towards, justice. Let's take a clarifier for the love. Oops. Yep. Yes. And to do this, to bring this love, guys, to give birth to it, the Empress in the reverse, okay, to give birth to it, you have to go through your own soul calling, guys, the Hermit, the Virgo energy. Look at this. So once you have heard your soul calling in the month of July 2019, you can give birth to this love. You can begin the new chapter of your relationship, of your partnership, of this duality, of this union. And only when your soul calling has told you that it is okay for you to go forward in order to rewrite the next chapter of your life, to begin another chapter of your life, to start working towards justice that's in your zone, and that's where you will have justice when this thing ultimately blooms, flowers, and gives birth to this love, to this union, guys. Wonderful energy. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's so beautiful that I have nothing to tell you guys. And look, at the bottom of this deck from the clarifier is the chariot in the reverse. It's time to take your chariot up, go forward, run towards it, bring back every control in your life. Rewrite your destiny, guys. Rewrite your future. Universe is asking you to do this in the month of July. Start working on it. Don't waste your time, and you will get back everything ASAP as quickly as possible. Love you, Librans. Take care. Until then, goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz and Namaste.